I really like to be transparent and show as much truth on my channel as I can, and show that just because someone is on social media does not mean that their life is perfect, because we so easily get this perfect picture of someone's life, but the reality is that no one's life is perfect. And things have definitely felt a little bit harder recently, just with different circumstances and things going on. But even through it all, I really feel like the Lord is teaching me and growing me so much, and working through so many things, and teaching me things in motherhood and my walk with that, and my home, and my role as a homemaker, and how important it is for my family. And so that's been neat. I'm going to dip into that a little bit in this video, but really quick, I'm just marinating some steak for our dinner tonight. This is just some strip steak. I don't know what the technical name is. I can't think of it right now. But you guys will know what I mean. So we're just adding a bunch of seasonings: olive oil, salt, garlic, onion powder. This is like a lemon pepper seasoning that I got from Walmart. It's really good. And then I like to add a sweet component as well, and so I added the raw honey in there, and I'm pretty sure I ended up adding some soy sauce too, but I don't know if I got that on camera or not. But I think I did add some soy sauce as well. And then I just gave everything a really big toss around and stuck it in the fridge to marinate until dinner time. I think I did this around, I don't know what I can't see what the stove says right there. But it was in the morning. So then I'm just going and cleaning up the breakfast mess. If you guys watch my last video, this is one of the things that helps me so much feel like I'm staying on top of my home and not getting overwhelmed. So I just try to clean the best I can in between every single meal. And then I'm just moving right along to another component of tonight's dinner. We were having steak tacos, I guess you could call them, and I like to just make an open face taco on flatbread. And so I found this flatbread recipe from Farmhouse on Boone, and it is so good. You guys should do yourself a favor, and if you're making sourdough things, you should try this one. It is so delicious and seriously so easy. Like, I love it because I just put everything into the bowl. You can let it sit basically as little or as long as you want to, so it can be as fermented or not fermented as you want it to be. It's just really easy. So I also got this going that morning as well, so that it had time to sit and ferment, because I like our sourdough to be as fermented as it can be, just for the benefits of that and the health benefits. So that's what I'm doing here, is just getting that going. Another thing that I've really felt a shift in recently, which is really strange, and I don't remember feeling this with my son, but I have just felt like this shift to like draw inward, and I've just wanted to be home more. I don't know what it is. I guess maybe it's part of nesting and just kind of starting that process up, and it's happening like involuntary, like it's out of my control. But I've just wanted to be home more and pouring into my home and my role as a wife and mom and homemaker, and I've really enjoyed it, actually. So here I am finally starting the process of collecting baby clothes / going through my old baby things from our son and getting them organized and washed and put away and ready for her, which feels really exciting. It's crazy that we're already at that point. Just touching back on what I started saying earlier, I want to encourage you in whatever season you might be in, whether that's parenting, motherhood, homemaking, you're a new wife, or maybe it's none of those things and it's something totally different. I just want to encourage you and remind you, if you're struggling, that you are not alone. I feel like recently this has been one of the biggest things that the enemy has tried to use against me, is just to make me feel isolated and like I'm the only one struggling with something. In particular right now, just walking through learning how to parent and teach a toddler, and I'm not going to go into detail just for the sake of his privacy, but having a 2-year-old is not always the easiest thing. It's very emotionally and mentally draining, and so we've been walking through that pretty hard, and I just want to encourage you, wherever you are, whatever you're walking through, whatever your season looks like right now, you're not alone. And the enemy is going to try to isolate you and make you feel alone because he knows that that's when we're at our weakest. But you are not. So let's encourage each other. Let's build one another up. You're not alone. The Lord sees you, and you have a community of people around you who love you and support you. So that's my encouragement in today's video. So Caleb woke up from his nap, and so we're just getting some lunch. I'm making him a little peanut butter and jelly sourdough sandwich. Sometimes he eats lunch and sometimes he doesn't. He's not really a lunch guy. I'm kind of learning that as he gets older. He could take lunch or leave it, so. But today he did eat that, so that was happy. I feel so glad when he eats food because I know that he's getting the nourishment that he needs, so it gives me peace of mind. And then I'm just going and making a salad for myself. I had a lot of produce that is starting to go bad. As you can see, I had pulled off quite a few lettuce leaves that I wasn't going to use. So I'm just trying to use up the produce that I do have so that nothing goes to waste. So I just put romaine lettuce, carrots, apple, a boiled egg. We had some fresh radishes from my mom's garden, so I put a few of those on there. And I think that was all I had for this particular salad. And then I'm about to show you, I make this homemade dressing, and it's really, really tasty and super, super simple. I've been doing this for a while now, and it has apple cider vinegar in it, which really has helped with my pregnancy heartburn. So it's just olive oil, salt, garlic, onion, that lemon pepper seasoning, and then the apple cider vinegar, and I just mix that all together, and it's super, super good and really refreshing. So today we also tried to get outside. I'm trying to savor this warm weather the best I can. I had some flour that, this is really gross, but I found a bug in it, and so then I was scared to use any more of it, so I just let Caleb play with it and have some sensory play time. I'm currently reading through 2 Timothy, and it has been so, so good. So if you're needing a new place to read or a new idea of somewhere to start reading in your Bible, I've really enjoyed 2 Timothy. Anyways, here we are finishing up the laundry, getting the little girl clothes, which still feels so surreal to say, getting those in the dryer. And then we're moving on to some homemade granola. This recipe I will link down below. I might have already linked it in one of my videos. I don't remember, but it is one of my favorite granola recipes that I've found so far, and it's pretty customizable, I would say. Like, if I don't have the specific thing that the recipe calls for, I kind of just improvise and add my own thing. So today I added chia seeds, almonds, walnuts, honey, salt, the oatmeal obviously, or the oats, a little bit of cinnamon, and I think that was it. Maple syrup for sweetener. Oh, and here I'm melting some coconut oil, and I'm pretty sure that was all that was in there. And it has been one of my favorite homemade granola recipes that I've found so far, and I can't stop eating it. Oh, some vanilla, I forgot about that. So yeah, just a dash of vanilla, little guy dancing in the background. So then you just mix it all together, and I just throw it right on a baking sheet. I don't even think I greased this, which probably would have been a smart idea because it did stick a little bit towards the end, and it didn't do that last time, so I don't know why I did that this time. But anyways, while the oven was preheating, I was just sweeping up some oats, once again just trying to stay on top of things. And then I popped the granola in the oven at I think it was $3.50 for 20 to 25 minutes, I want to say. But I'll link the exact recipe down below so that you guys have something to reference. It's just so yummy. When you start making food from scratch, it's hard to go back to store-bought processed foods. Like, not only is homemade food so much better for you, but it also tastes so much better. Like, it's hard to go back once you've made the switch. So anyways, we finally are just tackling these clothes, getting them folded. Where we're going to church, they have this amazing thing, they call it the clothing closet, and we're able to go in there and get clothes used, and it is such a blessing. Okay, so moving into dinner, this has quickly become a favorite recipe in our home the last few weeks. It's just a steak taco, I guess, and we make them open face on a sourdough flatbread. So to start off, I'm just taking some fresh onions from my mom's garden and some garlic and getting those sauteing in some olive oil. And then I'm slicing up these bell peppers. Once again, all my produce is starting to go bad, so I'm trying to use it up so it doesn't go to waste. So I'm going to slice up the bell peppers, add those in with the minced garlic and onion and olive oil, and let that just cook and simmer while I'm getting everything else prepped. And so I'm taking the dough that I got started this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and get them shaped and rolled out into the flatbreads. This is really the most time-consuming part, I would say, about this recipe. Other than that, it is super quick, super easy, and even this part is not bad. You just divide it into 8 pieces. You could probably make it more or less depending on what size you want, but I always try to go for about 8, and they're not perfectly the same size ever, but and then you just kind of roll them out. I don't have a rolling pin. I need to get one. I lost ours in the move, I think, but it's been working fine. I just flatten them out. And then I take the steak that's been marinating all day and add that in with the peppers and onions and garlic. And then there's the cutie little flatbreads. So what I did is I pulled the steak and pepper mixture out, cleaned my cast iron, and then added more olive oil and started cooking those guys. They only cook for about a minute or 2 on each side, and they turn golden brown and fluffy. Oh, they are so delicious. So then we just eat them open face, super simple. I add the steak and pepper mixture on top, and I put a little bit of sour cream. You could probably do cheese if you wanted to, salsa. You could probably go as wild or as tame with this as you want to. So super delicious, and has been one of our current go-to favorite meals. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for being here. I always appreciate you guys, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you, and I've been enjoying making these videos so much. So I hope that you find encouragement in them, and always remember that you are fully loved and fully known by your Creator, and I will see you guys in the next video.